Hello, this is Marshall and welcome to my garden diary. Today I am going to prune back some of my plants that have spent blooms and also get rid of some weeds that are growing at the border of the garden near to the deck here. So I have my tools that I'm going to use there. And then this area there's some weeds that are there, some plants that are not supposed to be there, like that there. I don't know what it is, but it's not supposed to be there. And it has a quite strong root system, that plant here. So I have to really go in and get that out. And those are also weeds that I need to get out. And this little plant here produced quite a lot of seed pods, so it has quite a bit of seed pods if you look right there. And when I pull them up or try to pull it up, the seed pods would just pop open. So this is a weed that really is very intelligent in sowing itself out. So I'll need to get those out. And here beside it, I will need to cut back all the spent bloom from this ground cover here that we looked at before in another video. So all of this area here at the border I'll work on, and I'll go around the side here, and there's not a lot here to take care of, but like that I'll take out. For this area here, there are just small things that I need to do so that they don't get out of control, like those that are in between this sedum I need to get out. And this, again, some of that weed that I need to get out. And I'm hoping that the sedum that is there, I'll take away the grass and the weeds and the dried plants that is there so that can have space to grow into this area. And the aster here I will cut way back. Aster I will cut back. I will prune, and then there's a spent forget-me-not in there, another aster. So yeah, that's the plan. Spent aster, plant that is dried. So I'm not going to go beyond the border here. I'm just going to focus on the border here so that I can get that one thing done. And when that is done, then another day I will focus on another part of the garden, because the plants are growing very well, and some plants are spent, some are just coming. And with that, there's also quite a bit of work to do in the garden. And I try not to think about the big picture, because if I do get a little bit stressed out with all the things that needs to be done. So what I do, I'll just come in and do this part, feel good about myself and the work that I have done. And then another day I will do something else. So a little bit will get done each day. And then I don't get overwhelmed with all the other stuff that I need to do, because there is quite a bit that needs to be done right now. Okay, so I will start doing that, and when I'm finished I will show you what that looks like. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit your time, but it will take a bit longer my time. So in a while. Okay, so there we have it. I have cut back the spent blooms on the campions, and I have gotten rid of most of the weeds, because I'm sure there will be some others there that were that was here. And while I was doing that, I discovered quite a bit of seedlings from the basket of gold that was here. I made a video of that in spring, and so I'll have lots of plants here to plant out. I'll just leave them. There's another small seedling there. That's the basket of gold, and there are quite a few here, and that's a good thing. When I did go ahead and cut back my basket of gold earlier in late spring, and so when I did that, it also cleared up space for the seeds that were there, and so the seedlings had more room, or they still have more room, and so there are quite a bit of seedlings here, and I will figure out in autumn where I want to plant those out, but for now they will just stay where they are, and then in autumn I'll plant them out, and then I'll have lots of yellow blooms at the beginning of spring next year. Right, so this area here looks way better, and that will give the other sedum that is there, that I hope will grow more into this area. And yeah, and so I got most of the grass that was growing in among here and some other stuff, so it looks cleaned up more here. And so I missed that. I'm going to go in right now and try and get it out. So let me see. So that's a weed, and it's quite obvious. So I'm going to try and take it out with the roots, because if I leave the roots there, it will come back again. So let me see if I can take this out. Yeah, and it is gone. So got that. Right, and so here is another basket of gold that I cut back as well. And this is what happened. That was what it was, very, very woody and old. And look at all those new growths that are coming in. So next year it will look fresh and rejuvenated, and it won't have all those long woody stems in there. So that's the good thing about cutting back plants like that. Okay, so I left that in. I think I'm going to take it out, or I can leave it. That is I use the roots for tea. I use the leaves also for salads, but I'm not sure if I'm going to use those leaves, but I'll leave it there to get mature, and then I'll pull up the roots and dry it for tea in the winter. And look at that. This is where the aster was. Ooh. And it's all gone. And it does make the garden look a bit more spacious. So yeah, the asters were there, took up quite a bit of space. They were beautiful while they last, but they will come back, and that's the next plant that was growing really, really woody. And yeah, so all of that, I'll see how much of it comes back. That one I left a bit of the green because that one wasn't so woody and old, and that green part could have stayed, so I left that. Some of the forget-me-nots that were in between are gone. And for here too, I wouldn't mind if the sedum that is here, this sedum, it would be nice if it comes across and it will be a ground cover, and then the asters will grow over it. Right, so that's about all. There wasn't a lot to do here. At this side, it was mostly where the asters were and where the campion was that had the most things to do today. So I got that done. With the aster that was here gone too, this corn plant will also get more sunlight and more space, and we'll see if it will catch up with its brothers and sisters who are over there. Right, so that was the task for today. Garden at this side is looking a bit better. I'll just show you quickly what the the asters that I cut away, what they look like. So look how woody and all that looks. Yeah, so I had to, and of course there's some forget-me-nots in there too, which where it had still had some blooms on it, but yeah, the prime for the forget-me-nots are over right now. Right, so I did do a bit more than I thought, or a little bit more than I thought was there. I got a whole thing, a barrel full and a little bit more, but that's okay. That's how it is sometime. And look at that, this is garden. All the roses are opening. I will do another video on that because there are more roses that are opening, and the garden is just really full of color, and I'm really enjoying it. And the thing with having a garden is that yes, there is some work that needs to be done, but it's quite rewarding to get the work done and to have beautiful flowers and a beautiful environment where you can just sit and relax or just look and relax. And I think I think it's like everything in life. You don't get something for nothing, right? So if you want to have a nice garden, then you have to put some work in it. You know, you can try to get plants that are maintenance, that are low maintenance and that will survive. But even if they are low maintenance plant, then you still have to watch out to make sure that they're doing well and that things that are not needed in the garden don't take over. So yeah, that's because I am enjoying the garden. Some of the things that have passed their prime, I need to look out for, and I am really enjoying the summer that's coming up with all these wonderful blooms, and also looking forward to what else the garden has to offer. Okay, I hope you are enjoying your garden wherever you are, and if you don't have a garden, I am more than willing to share mine with yours, I'm more than willing to share mine with you, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. So we'll just leave you with this beautiful white rose here, and it's just full of buds, and it is a performer as well. Yeah. Bye. See you in the next video.